Breaking news at 6 o'clock. The United States now declaring a public health emergency because of the coronavirus. What new restrictions kick in this weekend and what else a local congressman wants the government to do to protect Americans from this deadly virus. Plus, a vote to allow witnesses in the president's impeachment trial fails in the Senate when senators could vote on an ultimate verdict. And we'll get to all that breaking news in just a minute, but starting off at 6 o'clock with the weather, as you might imagine. The first snowflakes of the new year fell in quite a few parts of the Piedmont Triad today. This is footage from downtown Winston-Salem that you're looking at. Snow didn't stick in just about every spot, but it sure looked pretty coming down. A lot of you sent in some videos and photos of you and your family enjoying it. This comes from a viewer in King. The flurries stopped a short time ago. Let's go to meteorologist Michelle Kennedy right now. Michelle, lots of people wondering, is this it for the snow for this weekend?
Yeah, it looks like it's it, unfortunately, for most folks. In the mountains, you might have another hint of it as we go into late Saturday evening. But we're looking at this view from Dobson up in Surry County, too. Yeah, this is from Austin Cavanis. You know he's been praying for the snow, and it's finally at least a little bit a hint of winter for us. This one from Amy Anderson, the Brushy Mountain Road area in Wilkes County. It was coming down at a pretty good clip, enough to total up on the grassy surfaces. Most of that is beginning to melt, though, in many locations from Galax as we go east. But temperatures are holding steady at about 32 in North Wilkesboro. So we do want you to be careful of some slick spots out there. Most folks, though, have seen the rain to the east today. Greensboro, High Point folks east out from Colfax and up through Burlington, Yanceyville have missed out on most of the snow. You had a little bit mixing into Maiden, Eden area, Reedsville, though, on that border right now. As we're seeing, those temperatures hover close to 35 there, 34 Winston-Salem, and most folks have seen the snow showers shut down. So we're beginning to dry out. We do have a high risk of seeing those wet roads. So this could create slick conditions. The slippery spots could really develop overnight as we hover close to freezing, and some of those surfaces, as you know, tend to freeze up more quickly because more air can get to them if they're higher. Bridges, overpasses, more air is exposed in those locations. And you're looking at dense fog. That's another concern we have with low chance of snow really accumulating for us. So those snow lovers, they're going to have to head way far to the north as we go up into New England area to see much measurable snow, at least over the next week. Looks like our visibilities are going to be an issue going into the overnight hours after midnight as winds start to drop off even more, and some visibilities may take a little while to get through until about 10:30. We don't see much in the way of improvements. We could also see a mix of clouds and sun tomorrow before another round. We'll talk about the rain. Right now, we've got a nice steady clip of northeasterly chilly breezes. And we'll talk about the drying in the 60s on the way.
Michelle, thank you. Now back to that vote in our nation's capital. A vote to call witnesses in the president's impeachment trial has just failed in the United States Senate. Senators voted on near party lines, 51 to 49. Senators are expected to acquit the president, but they considered pushing off final voting of his fate until next week. Coming up at the bottom of the hour on NBC Nightly News, full analysis of this vote and what happens next as the impeachment trial sure appears that it is about to wrap up. Breaking health news now. The United States is declaring a public health emergency due to the coronavirus. This means foreign nationals who could be at risk of transmitting the virus will not be allowed into the United States. And Americans returning from the area of China where this virus is spreading will have to be in quarantine for a period of 2 weeks. These new restrictions will kick in Sunday afternoon. As coronavirus spreads across parts of China, Congressman Ted Budd is calling for a full travel ban to that country. More than 10,000 people are sick. More than 200 people have died from the coronavirus. The U.S. State Department is urging people not to travel to China unless they have to. But Congressman Budd says the government needs to take that one step farther and issue a full travel ban until this virus is contained. There are 6 confirmed cases of coronavirus in the United States right now. The cases are in Washington State, California, Arizona, and Illinois. All of these people traveled to Wuhan, China, except for a man in Illinois. Doctors say his wife caught the virus in China, then gave it to him after she got back. The CDC says the risk of getting coronavirus in the United States remains low. Back to our weather now. Driving through downtown Winston-Salem is about to get quite a bit easier. Snow or no snow, Salem Parkway is about to open up several months ahead of schedule. Let's go to Steve King. He is live tonight with the big reveal from today. Steve.
Kenny, well, the Marshall Street, Cherry Street, and Brookstown Avenue bridges are back open tonight. The DOT leaders say that is not the most exciting development to be coming in the next few days.
It is my great pleasure to announce to you that this weekend we plan to open the new Salem Parkway nearly 6 months ahead of schedule.
Business 40 between Peters Creek Parkway and US 52 closed 15 months ago, and by Monday morning, DOT leaders expect it to be back open with the new name Salem Parkway.
On behalf of our citizens, I can't say how more delighted I am than to be a part of this today as we reopen Salem Parkway.
Salem Parkway is designed to be safer and more modern than the former 1.2-mile stretch of highway.
Thousands of people will be traveling Salem Parkway and see beautiful custom brickwork and iron fencing, and just it's going to be a showpiece. And
Salem Parkway was originally set to open in August, but the DOT spent up to $6 million to speed up that timetable, though the exact amount of incentives has not been calculated yet.
Obviously, DOT is well aware of how important this corridor is to City of Winston-Salem, particularly downtown, so we were obviously willing to do anything that we could to get this road open just as quickly as we could.
They worked when it snowed, they worked when it rained, they worked when it was 100 degrees. I mean, a lot of times we have contractors that'll pull back, but these guys were full force from the get-go, so that really helped with the schedule.
And now, with easier downtown access for drivers coming off of I-40, business leaders expect great things moving forward.
so I think there's definitely going to be an uptick. Get your reservations early, but also for people on both sides of the county and surrounding counties are now going to say, I'm going to come into Winston-Salem and check it out. So we're really excited.
Now, while DOT leaders are hoping for a Saturday night or Sunday morning opening of Salem Parkway, they say the weather that we saw today could push that time back to Monday morning. Now, after the opening, there will be periodic lane closures moving forward, mostly at night, as crews work to finish the project completely. Reporting live in Winston-Salem, Steve King, WXII 12 News.
Thank you, Steve. And tomorrow you can actually walk on the new Salem Parkway before it opens up to cars and trucks. Just cross your fingers that the weather plays nice. The Winston-Salem Dash is hosting a pop-up party tomorrow from noon until 2 at BB&T Ballpark downtown. There's going to be music, discounted food, and all kinds of activities for kids. You do need to register for the Dash the Salem Parkway event. The number to call is on our website, WXII12.com.